Dear students, we have learned about the mechanisms involved in the physiology of hearing. Today let us go through the defects in hearing. Hearing defects are usually called hearing loss or hearing impairment, and it can be only a partial disability or total inability to hear. There are several different causes that result in hearing loss. Sometimes hearing loss can be due to genetic reasons. Variations in genes may sometimes make people more susceptible to hearing loss. The genes make them predisposed to hearing loss. The next cause for hearing loss is aging. We often see old people having difficulty in hearing. As the age of the individual advances, the hearing ability may decrease. If a person is exposed to loud noise for a longer duration of period, he or she may develop hearing inability. For example, people working in factories may be exposed to loud noise of working machines for a greater part of their daily life. In the long run, they may incur hearing loss. Similarly, continuous use of headphones or earphones also can lead to decrease in hearing ability. Sometimes viral infections can result in the loss of hearing. Some children may have congenital abnormalities, that is, complications that occur at the time of birth, and associated with that, hearing loss may develop. People who are severely injured in accidents can have hearing loss. Sometimes medicines may have toxic side effects which can result in hearing loss. It is due to ototoxicity, which means poisonous to the ears. Now let us move on to the different types of hearing loss. First is conductive hearing loss. Conductive hearing loss occurs when there is any difficulty in the transmission of sound vibrations through the external ear or middle ear to the inner ear. The causes of conductive hearing loss includes malformation of the external ear canal. If there is deposition of excess earwax in the ear canal, then also sound vibrations will not be transmitted properly to the inner ear. Ear infections can sometimes block the ear canal. Dysfunction of eardrum is another reason for conductive hearing loss. Eardrum can become dysfunctional due to tear in the eardrum when exposed to loud noise. You know that it is the vibration of the eardrum that is transmitted to the ear ossicles. If the eardrum is dysfunctional, it will not vibrate properly and sound will not be transmitted to the ear ossicles. The bones in the middle ear can become malfunctional due to several reasons. The ear bones may become unable to vibrate freely due to thickening of bones. It is called osteosclerosis. The ossicular chain may get broken if the person has met with an accident or if there is an infection in the middle ear. The bones in the ossicular chain may fuse together and makes it impossible to move or vibrate. This condition is called ankylosis. Another type of hearing loss is sensory neural hearing loss. In short, it is called SNHL. Sensory neural hearing loss occurs due to the dysfunction of the inner ear or the nerve that transmits the impulses from the cochlea to the auditory center of the brain. There are certain viral infections that can result in sudden sensory neural hearing loss by causing cochlitis, that is, inflammation of cochlea. Such viral infections include mumps, measles, cytomegalovirus, rubella, chickenpox, and herpes zoster virus. Another type of hearing defect is central deafness. It occurs due to damage to the auditory cortex of the brain. Here, there is no problem in the functioning of the ear and transmission of neural signals to the brain. But the auditory cortex cannot process the neural signals because of a tumor or damage caused by an accident or due to some other diseases. The brain fails to process the auditory information. The next type of hearing defect is mixed hearing loss. It is a combination of both conductive and sensory neural hearing loss. Sometimes a chronic ear infection can cause damage to the eardrum or middle ear ossicles. In addition to this, a sensory component in the inner ear may also be malfunctional. This results in mixed hearing loss. Next is central auditory processing disorder. Actually, it is not hearing loss but a difficulty or disability in processing auditory information. An example for this is King-Kopetzky syndrome. The person can perform well in hearing test, but if he is in a noisy environment, he finds difficulty in processing out background noise. Normally, we can hear properly even if there is some amount of background noise. This is because of our ability to filter out background noise and focus on important auditory information. But a person with King-Kopetzky syndrome cannot do this. Auditory processing disorder is sometimes related to language disorders. The next type of hearing defect is tinnitus. Sometimes people may experience a continual ringing sensation or buzzing sound. It is called tinnitus, and it occurs due to damaged hair cells in the organ of corti of inner ear. With that, we have finished the module auditory system. Thank you.